Yo, what's good? You spared in the building. Hey, we are live in action on this one, y'all. Had to be live in action. If you guys want to be live in action, just remember you guys can hit that guest form in the link below. Make sure you do that. But this special guest, some of you guys may recognize this person. Most of you guys have no idea who this is. We might look alike, but this is my sister.
Hello.
Please welcome my sister to the podcast. Finally,
Hello, I'm Justice.
yes. And Justice, what? How would you say you identify in the community, or do you even identify in the community?
If you had to put a label on it, I would probably say pansexual.
Okay,
If you had to put a label.
okay. When did you like say like I am a part of the
Um,
community?
Truthfully, probably, well, in high school, but nobody would believe me because of you. But that's
What?
fine. That's
Me?
fine.
Wait. Because of me?
Yeah.
Because why? Why?
Um, because when I turned 18, I was outside at the club, Fantasies. Shout out to Fantasies.
Oh, that's a
Um,
throwback.
Very throwback, but I would always flirt, and then you'd be like, "Oh, she just wants to flirt," or everybody would be like, "Oh, it's a phase." It's
I
not a
did.
phase.
I did say that because I feel like I you did back then. It was like I only seen you with dudes
Right.
and growing up, and so like it was just like out of nowhere, and I felt like you were flirting to get drinks
Oh,
back then. That was my thought was like, oh, she just out here trying to get drinks, like.
fair, fair. No, truthfully, probably that was what it was back then. But then once like college came, and then just like being out on my own, like I I flirt, and I just love to flirt, and I love hanging out with all sorts of walks of life. So yeah,
when
love is love.
Yeah, I do. You've always said that. Like, I don't feel like you've ever treated me a certain way. Like, I don't ever like feel like I even like said, "Hey, sis, I'm lesbian" to you either. Though, like, I don't think we ever like sat down and had a
Um,
conversation about that.
you did.
I did.
It was. I think I was still in high school. I think I might have been like a freshman, or you were a senior, one of the two. Anyways, we were at Dylan's picking up something for grandma for a holiday, and we're walking out, and you tap me, you're like, "Sis, did you see that girl in line?" And I must have broke my neck. And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Are you gay?" You were like, "Oh, yeah, I'm bisexual." And I was like, "Okay." I was like, yeah.
Bisexual.
So then listen to that. So then fast forward, we're doing something, me, you, and Deontay, had said something about how you're gonna try and get a girl's number or something. And I was like, "What are you talking about? She's only bisexual." And Deontay goes, "Justice, she is gay."
That's
And I was like, "Oh, okay."
yeah. That the
But
bisexual
yeah,
is like my way of like getting comfortable, testing the waters a little
for
bit,
sure.
to see. But I definitely was 100% into woman and woman only.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, like I've tried to date. Like I tried the bisexual route to like, okay,
Wasn't for you.
yeah,
Didn't work.
definitely
It's all
not. But
right.
I really don't remember that in Dylan's at all. But that sounds like me, like just
Yeah.
like I said, we didn't actually casually sit down and like have a conversation, but
No, it
just
was
naturally just
literally,
threw it out there. Like,
yeah.
yep,
I was like, "What? Oh, okay."
yeah,
Yeah.
and that was it though.
That
Like it
was
was,
it. And
yeah.
then short, like probably, it had to be like maybe like a couple weeks later, then the Deontay thing happened, and I was like, "I just found out she was bisexual. What is
Yeah,
happening?"
yeah.
But yeah,
Deontay been new
right, yeah. So
since sixth grade is when like I was like I knew myself, like that was
right.
like okay, the time that I came to with it to realize okay, yeah, this is I liked that, like that was weird. But do you ever feel like it made you like more comfortable coming out? Like I don't even think did you ever like tell the family like, hey, I'm this way? Like I
Listen,
don't.
I told you, I tried to say it and
But that
no
was
one
like at the,
believed
but
me.
that was at like the clubs and stuff like that, like around
Right,
that group. But like, have you ever told grandma like, "Hey, grandma, I'm pansexual"? I know you haven't, because grandma don't even know what the hell that is. That word.
right, right. So no, I mean, mom absolutely knows
Yeah.
everything. Grandma, no. And truthfully, I guess, I mean, Tyrone,
Yeah.
Kaisha, all of them knew, like
Yeah.
our cousins. But other than that, like as far as like grandma and grandpa went, no.
Yeah.
This is kind of your first hearing too. But other than
Yeah.
that, no. Like my whole friend groups knew, like all of
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah.
my cousins.
I knew like you like. I would. Could you see your? I know you like flirt with people. Do
Could
you
I
see
see myself dating?
dating someone like?
Yes. So my first official girlfriend was when I was a freshman in college. Silly. We worked with her at Taco Bell.
Oh.
We were official. Like we were
Oh.
official, yeah. And then my recently girlfriend, her name is Whitney. And we actually threw against each other in college. And I had the hugest crush on her all through college, and she had no idea until we both moved to Kansas City after college, and I ran into her. And I was like, yeah, I had the biggest crush on you. She was like, no, you didn't. I was like, I swear. And so then we just became friends, then best friends. What's cool about that, we would go throw together. And she knew that I was pansexual, so she was very understanding of like, I'm gonna flirt with guys still, and we're together. And think like, not while we're together, but like I always had that flip in me. But no, she was my other official girlfriend, and we were on and off the almost like the whole time I kind of lived in Olathe. Truthfully,
Oh,
a
okay.
little bit.
I feel like I've met her maybe,
Yeah, she's
but you never introduced me to her as your partner ever. That was never a thing. It was always a friend. So,
well, because I couldn't.
what do you mean
At
you
the
couldn't?
time, because of my other partner.
Oh, you were in an open relationship, but like
Yeah.
why? So you couldn't say like your partner obviously didn't know that you were in an open relationship. It
Right,
was a
correct.
one-sided open relationship.
Correct.
You ain't shit. That so like did it ever come out or?
It Whitney and I were complicated. I don't want to say we were like officially in a relationship, but Whitney and I always, in the back of like our minds, were like a couple in a sense. It wasn't like,
You broke Whitney's heart.
yeah,
Yeah.
but Whitney is Whitney. She is still my best friend.
Oh, that's
Till
good.
this
That's
day.
good. That's good that
Yeah.
you guys
Yeah.
figured that out. But yeah,
Yeah, but
so I did see. That's what I mean. Like even the people that you've been with, it hasn't been like, hey, this is like my partner, unless it's been a
Right.
guy. Like,
that is true. Yeah,
so that's why this is
this is new.
this is
Yeah.
new. It's new that it's like for real to me.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
like
okay.
I've been knowing it was like a thing, but like it's like, is it real though? Which is
Right.
probably why I'm like, I don't. When women are like, yeah, they're bisexual, I'm like, yeah, but are you? I think of you, yeah, but are you like, are you like my sister, pansexual or bisexual, or like,
Yeah.
like what?
I get it.
Yeah.
It's
So
one of those,
again,
like,
could you see yourself like actually having a relationship with a woman, or like even a trans, like you're pansexual, so anyone other than a man, and bringing them out and being open like to the family and stuff like that?
right. I do. I really do. So, it just I have to find someone
Yeah,
who
that one.
who I can tolerate and who can tolerate me, truthfully, because females are equally as sensitive as me, and I am high maintenance and sensitive. So
I
it's
realized,
like,
you know what? Let's. You are sensitive, and I realized that more recently, because I'm just like,
yeah,
why, like, and then you get in your feelings,
yeah.
and it's like, bro,
Why? I don't know. I think it's because I'm a Gemini partially, and I I like things to go my way. So sometimes when the course doesn't align, then I'm like, okay.
And then you just want to just go 0 to 100
Yeah.
real quick when it doesn't go your way. Like
Not
that.
all the time. I've definitely gotten much, much better.
Not in our relationship. I feel like it has not. Look, hey, we're glad that we made it on this interview this evening, you guys.
Yeah.
Let's say that we are glad that we made it here today because someone was sensitive today.
Yeah, I was. My feelings were hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
I communicated that though. I used to not.
Finally,
I used to
finally,
not.
after I
I used
sent
to not.
after I sent 4 text messages, I think it was might have been 5.
Yeah.
Then it was.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we're here. So that's progress.
Yeah.
I guess
We're here.
Progress. Progress.
Yeah. That was the past.
Just today. Just today.
But no, I definitely could see myself with a female if we had the same like understanding of like I can be sensitive sometimes. Are you able to still have that conversation and be like, oh, and then vice versa if they're sensitive or don't like to talk, I have to be able to adjust to those things and really communicate it. So
Yeah. Do you just like see yourself just like being with like someone in an open relationship though? Just like how you are as a person, like
yes,
your personality.
that's my ideal.
Yeah.
That is my ideal relationship.
Yeah.
Is like we're solid together, but we can be open. But then with that comes communication. If the communication is not there, that's not going to work.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. So you're in Florida now for like those that don't know, like that's where you're
Yeah.
based out of now. How is that like the queer life there? Like I'm sure it's 10 times better than.
It actually is. Okay, so I live in Central Florida, so that's like near Orlando kind of, but also near Tampa. But actually my favorite spot to go to is in Gainesville. Um, and they have a drag show every single night. Monday nights is ladies' night. So only ladies perform, but they show out. And I was like, how do I perform? Because I'm trying to be outside.
You want to
You
get
know?
in there before?
Yes, because I was like, yeah, that would be so cool to like really like get super dressed up and do extreme makeup, wear extreme heels, like, and do a whole performance lip singing. Like, what? I would crush it.
Yeah, you would.
So,
And you're like, it's karaoke on steroids.
yes,
But, like,
and
you're
that
in a
is
karaoke.
me.
Yeah.
That is literally me. So, that's one of my favorite spots. But I really haven't been to any, like gay or any of those type of clubs like in Orlando or in Tampa, and that's usually where I go out to. But I mean, there's people everywhere, like,
Yeah.
and it's very supportive, like, and a lot
Would
of
you
the.
s- would
Go
you
ahead.
like you say it's support like that's not what like the laws of Florida like Florida is
No,
very not
so it
supportive.
also depends on where you go in Florida.
Yeah.
So St. Pete, highly supportive. I'm pretty sure it's not St. Pete, but Fort Lauderdale, I believe, has a whole block dedicated to the LGBTQ, and you know you're in the like the section or like the block when you cross over the Rainbow Bridge. And I went a couple years back for my birthday, and it was just amazing.
Yeah.
And I
we
mean,
don't have to go-
unfortunately, like the laws you said, and like the governor and all that, he kind of, they're just kind of not great. But that strip, really, no one messes with like that block down in Fort Lauderdale because it's kind of like the you stay over here, I'll stay over here type of situation, which is unfortunate, but it works in a sense.
Yeah. I haven't actually experienced Florida's queer life. I've been to Florida a few times, but I've actually never been, and I haven't ever really been intentional going to like the queer spots, and except for when I went to Atlanta, I made sure
Yeah.
when
we
we both
we were
went.
Googling
Yeah,
all the things.
but that was it. But I need to make that. Well, now that Queen talking when I travel,
Yeah.
making that more of a point to go to like see the area. But before I started this, like that wasn't something that I
Yeah.
actually did. I just
I actually was just in Texas just last weekend in Dallas, and I had to Google like a nail salon, and I wound up in the little heart of the LGBTQ community, which was
yeah.
amazing. They have Hamburger Mary's out there, and I was like, oh, the actual original location is in Kansas City, and none of them knew that.
I didn't even know that till you said that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that was like the original location. I did not know that was the original
So,
location.
funny story. They're actually on what is it, like the Horrible Bosses or like the Undercover Boss, that show?
Oh, they are?
Forever ago. Yeah, it was like when it first like aired, and they were featured in Kansas City
That's dope.
at that location. So that's the only reason I know that little fun fact.
And you called me and said that someone knew about Kueen Talk
Yes.
and you were there. That's lit. That's
I
lit.
was like, okay, all right. Well, tell your friends, tell the strangers.
Right. That's so dope. Like we out here. We out here.
Yeah.
That's so lit. And the fact that like you were just in there, like it's a welcoming spot. Like when you go to those spots, Texas was the very first time I went to a gay club. Like was in Texas, and it was Havana's. And I haven't went back, but I need to
check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're wearing the Kueen Talk shirt today. Just show it out. Show off that Kueen Talk shirt. You were the very first person that bought an order from me. Very first person.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah. Shipped that order out to Florida. Florida was my
Yeah.
first order. I appreciate that so much.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
I gotta get more.
My family be showing support. So I thank you for always representing and just like being in Texas, representing Kueen Talk, just like shouting out always. And even like in your group, like your
at my job, my girls are obsessed with you.
Yeah,
they go on homestays and they're like, I tuned in, I subscribed. I'm like,
wait till they see that you're on here. They're gonna be like,
they're gonna lose their mind. They have been begging me to watch like an episode again, because one night we watched an episode just going to bed. And they have been begging. They're like, so are we going to watch an episode tonight? Or I'm like, no, we cannot. Like, go to bed.
Yeah, that's good. I love that, like, the words getting out there.
Yeah.
It's the message is getting out there. People are relating and connecting and finding their story, like, within Kueen Talk. Like, that was my whole idea of starting this, is just getting that representation, being seen and visible, so like people can see themselves within someone else. So it's been awesome. What is something that like you've seen like throughout this process of like Kueen Talk, and me being visible? Have you like thought about like what that means for you or anything like that?
No, well, I shouldn't say no. Honestly, it's been a long time coming. Like, it's like a very proud moment, not only for me, but like our family and for you. Like, you made Kueen Talk hats, gosh, what?
It's like 5 years ago.
Yeah, like forever ago, talking about how you're going to do this podcast and just talking about it and talking about it and talking about it. And now we are here.
Yeah.
We're here.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's just so amazing because you just persevered through so much, and it's just awesome. Like, it's definitely hard steps to always follow, but it's great steps to like follow and look up to. So
do you like I really don't like that I'm like that you say, like, you always be like, yeah, hard steps to follow it, but I feel like your accomplishments, like what you have accomplished, like we're leveled, like you're right here with me, like you got your degree, you're out here making moves in Florida, like you're a boss, and like there's so many things that you're accomplishing. So
it does feel nice to like pave my own way. Like like the traveling and like
Mm.
finally like going to see other places and like doing those things and moving away, that's great. And I think as a little sister, it will always be like, it's just like one of those things like, oh, you're my older sister. You did.
Yeah.
Now I got to do something.
Yeah,
Now
but
I got to.
yeah,
You
and
know,
that's
but
good.
it's
Like,
a good push
yeah,
for sure.
yeah, for sure. And I always like want to be like the person that is like trying to be better.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever want to feel like I'm just stagnant on something.
Yeah.
Um, and just like in the same rat race over and over again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm trying to get our family to a
Right,
different
for sure.
level than just like thinking outside the box. Like, literally, we grew up in El Dorado.
I know.
Like, that's
Yeah.
such a small
I know.
little place. But
It
shout
is.
out to El Dorado. I want to say El Dorado just got an equality El Dorado. So they just started like a pride group this year, 2025.
Oh.
They just started had their
Shout
first
out.
meeting. Yeah, so it's like, but it's
Eldo.
2025 and they just did that. So like that just tells you how like small it
They're
is.
trying though, which is good.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. They are trying, but it's
Yeah.
just so far behind. And so,
Yeah.
like that being the place that we come
Right.
from, like you can get stuck in that. A lot of people
For
just
sure.
get stuck in that mindset.
I
And
think that's one thing you and I definitely have in common is we don't want to be stuck in that bubble.
yeah,
And I love that I can like come to you and tell you all like my crazy things like, hey, I'm about to go backpack. Like,
yeah,
you're
and I'm like,
I'm out of like, you know, like all the crazy things. You're just like, do it, go
Yeah.
explore, and it's just like, yeah,
yes, it's you have to get those experiences out. Like, and I feel bad for people that don't. Like, I know
Yeah.
people that said they've never left Wichita or never left
yeah,
Kansas. Like, that's so sad to me.
I
Like,
agree.
It's-
I'm like, what?
yeah, like
How's that possible?
yeah, there's so much more, and I don't ever want you to like feel like I'm ever like better than you though. Like
Yeah.
that's never a thing. Like I'm very proud to call you my sister. Like all the
Yeah.
accomplishments that you are
Thank
achieving,
you.
continue to achieve. Like you're doing such great things,
Thank you.
and yeah, like it's I. It's come along. You've come a long way. Like
yeah, no,
you-
for sure. Shout out to my job too, because I feel like I grew there. I had to like take a deep look in the mirror, especially. So it definitely has helped. So shout out to them.
yeah, being out for y'all that don't know. My sister literally lived. Well, she doesn't. She upgraded. She got a
Yeah.
promotion.
I
But before to start the entry level position of this job, you have to live in the woods, literally with a net, like a tinted net type thing for the bugs to stay out.
Yeah.
Spiders, mosquitoes in
And
Florida.
mosquitoes in Florida are tiny birds.
Yeah,
They're tiny birds.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
never. That would humble anybody real
Yeah,
quick.
for
Like
sure.
staying out there in the literally in the woods.
Yeah, and on the weekends, so Saturday, Sunday, we prep our own meals over a fire that we have to build.
Yeah, that
3
yeah.
meals a day.
So
Saturday
you know
and
what?
Sunday.
You should sign up for Survivor. You would probably be good at Survivor. I want to be on Survivor.
I
want
think
not,
I
no,
could,
no,
but
I don't want to
the
be on.
bugs. I really hate the bugs.
But you already are in the bugs. Like you have a
Yeah.
step. You have a step. You have
I know.
a level playing field. Like you're above everybody else because
I
you're
think
used
I
to
would
that.
be good. So one of my
Yes.
coworkers, she's obsessed with Survivor and she wants to apply.
Eh.
And then one of my kiddos that graduated, she is also obsessed with Survivor and she's like, now that I made it through camp and graduated, I'm applying.
Yeah. See, I want to go on like one of those shows, but Survivor would be like my last choice, just because when I get hungry, I'm mean. I am so mean, and that would just like my relationships on the game would just get lower and lower. If I'm hungry, anybody can get it. Anybody can get it, and we out there and
Yeah.
and then yeah. So that's my one thing, and then like you said, they don't take a bath. They don't take a bath. They're out
I
there
always
for
wonder
21
that,
days
like-
at least if you win.
I just always, that's where I'm like, okay, the not taking a bath, and then I know we all smell.
Right.
We're hungry.
Yeah.
Today, I'm like, Grandma, I'm getting a migraine. Like I have to eat.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. That too. Like mm-mm.
But I feel like it would subside. So after
I feel like I would win the
few
challenges,
days
so
or
I'd be able
something.
to eat.
Yeah.
But you can't win too many challenges because then they'll kick you out. Like it's
Right.
very strategic, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, but you should think about it. You should think about
I
it.
might.
Survivor might be the one for you. Big Brother's for me. Hey, Big Brother, if you're watching this, a producer on Big Brother, hey, reach out to your girl. I would like to be on Big Brother. The season's coming up too. Shout
There
out
we
to
go.
me. Shout out to Bear. Big Brother. I'm gonna
Yeah.
put my
That'd be fun.
little video in there too. It would be fun. That would
I
be
think
really fun.
any game show would be fun. Or
Yeah.
contestant show.
Yeah. Hey, so you know how we always say like our family is gonna be on Family Feud, and on my birthday this year,
How did it go?
we pulled out that game of Family Feud. It was so funny because Corey was our Steve, our host.
Oh gosh.
He did a great job, but like our the way that we were playing, we wouldn't have been good on that show.
Yeah,
Because first off, Dina's a cheater. Dina's literally telling her partner the stuff to say. You can't do that. There's literally cameras watching you everywhere. Cheater. Mom, she's not quick with it.
Right.
She wasn't quick with it. Grandma was good. Grandma's answers were good, but they weren't on the card though. Like her answers were good, so it was like, and I felt like everybody was giving good answers, but they were on the card. It was like better to like pass and have them do it, and then us just get the one answer that we thought it was. So, but yeah, nah.
Not for us.
Maybe if it was in person, but yeah, that day we tried it. It was, I wouldn't say so. We would the way that they was playing, I was like, yeah, we gonna have to think about who we would take on this.
And Andina always was like, I'd be good.
Yeah,
I should be.
She was good with like the answers, but she was cheating. So
Yeah.
you can't cheat. You can't do that. Literally,
So
people are
fun.
gonna be watching you.
We should apply.
Yeah, we should. Yeah.
They might accept us.
Yeah,
There's
they
a
might.
maybe.
They might. We see.
That's what I've been doing for the past like few days at Grandma's Family Feud.
Yeah, that's all she watches.
Yeah.
All she watches.
Yeah.
You know, she been. Yeah.
It's been a.
It was a routine.
Yeah.
Yeah. For those that you guys don't know, my grandma, she's been staying with me and my partner for a couple months because those that I have not even shared this, but
Yeah.
my grandparents' house burned down.
February.
Smoke damage, complete total loss. So the inside is just messed up, lost everything. So I'll show footage of like the inside is sometime, but I just haven't.
Grandma's okay though.
Yeah.
Grandma, mom.
Everyone was okay.
Everyone's
You know, a lot of people were like, was there any animals? That's the first thing. Like a lot of people were asking, like, when
For
it happened.
animals?
Yeah, like when I said it, and I was like, no animals. But I didn't even think about that. But like, if there was, Billy here,
Yeah.
like,
But grandma.
no animals.
Grandma, no, never. Not even to visit.
No, that part. Not even to visit. But
Tried
yeah,
to ring Lola. She was like, no.
yeah, nah,
Right.
not any animals. But yeah, grandma's all good, mom's good, everyone was good, but the house is not good. And of course, just like the emotional turmoil that everything comes with a house fire and insurance, all that stuff. If I can give you guys some advice, make sure you guys got insurance on your house. Get that policy updated because it's not fun.
Do
though.
an inspection maybe of your
Take
electrical stuff.
do an
Just a quick one.
inventory of everything you have in your house. It's always good to do that. So make sure you guys have documentation of that just in case. You never know. We never thought it would happen to us, and it was an electrical fire. So grandma was out there playing pickleball. Got the call from the neighbor.
Yeah.
She answered it on her watch and was like, "I'm playing pickleball. I'll call you back." And the neighbor was like, "No, Laurie, your house is on fire."
Yeah.
And it was just crazy hectic. So, but yeah.
I'm in Florida getting calls. What am I going to do?
No, it is like it was stressful.
Very hectic
I
a
was
little
in Kansas City when I got the call. and I didn't realize like the impact of what it was till I went inside the home.
Yeah.
I'm sure if some of you guys like went by the house, you thought this house didn't get touched, but when
Right.
you go look inside
I went inside
the home,
today for the first time, and I was like, oh.
yeah,
Whoa.
it hits you like
I saved a picture of Bria though.
yeah. I seen that.
Baby bear.
I seen that. I seen that. I was looking good in that
It
picture
was a good
too.
picture.
I was looking good in that picture. How did you feel like when you looked and then you seen
I
it?
was just like, it. I think it helped that you sent pictures and the
Mm,
videos, so I was like mentally prepared in that sense.
Yeah.
But still, like seeing it, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And then we went to the back, and I was obsessed with SpongeBob for a long time, and I had my blanket that
Yeah.
I got like when I was like a
Little.
and so I was like, oh my god, my blanket. It's so much. I made
And that's
Grandma
what
take it
you.
to try and wash it.
Oh yeah, it's just like
So,
yeah. There's so
but,
many
yeah,
memories.
That house is. They moved in when our mom was 2.
Yeah, so many memories in
Yeah.
that home.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's a sad thing, but like for grandma, like it's like man, my heart was just like heavy for grandma.
Yeah.
Like
Same.
losing.
I think I called her like every day for
Yeah.
like 2 weeks straight
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at communication, by the way. So she was like asking me for a second, "Are you okay?" Because I called so much.
Yeah, like my heart was so heavy for grandma, and just
Yeah.
like it was just so hard. And just like getting all these questions and stuff like that, like what do you want to do and all this stuff, and like I, of course, trying to like take as much weight off as I could, but
Right.
like ultimately, like it's a heavy decision. Like,
Yeah.
are you going to rebuild on this land that
Yeah.
you and your husband created
That's
and
another
built together?
thing that I like look up to you about, and also I'm grateful that I'm not the oldest because yes, you took a lot off of Grandma's plate.
I'm the oldest grandchild. I'm not the oldest child of grandma's.
I know.
And I'm not, but yes, but when it comes to grandma, I will do
Yeah,
anything.
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 Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah,
of course.
You
like,
definitely were like a rock star. You
Yeah.
still are a rock star in
Yeah.
all the moments. So,
Yeah, but
but
yeah, poor grandma. She doing
Mhm.
better now. We got grandma in a rental spot.
Super
But
nice.
but she needs everything. Everything is literally
Yeah.
starting from scratch. So
She's she's like, we went to the computer room at the house, and she goes, I can clean that furniture and sit it outside and sell it. So I was like, go ahead, Grandma. You're on a cleaning frenzy. You might be able to.
Yeah.
I don't know, but
Yeah. She was when she was at the house when she was saying this every time she was like, yeah, I got that at my house. I got that at
know.
my house. I got that at my house, and but it's gone.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's
She tried to
smoked.
salvage some towels. She was like, look, I just bought these new towels.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, take them, Grandma, if you
Uh,
want. They got a
huh.
good little method of the vinegar and the shout and
Mm.
all of that, like soaking it. So it does work. It has been helping. So that's
Yeah.
nice. They were able to salvage some stuff.
Yeah, it was nice of you for like to come down too. It was like a perfect time for you to
Yeah.
come to and check it out and
Yeah.
be with her while she got into that spot too. So
Yeah, it definitely worked itself out. I was supposed to be in Hawaii, but
I didn't know that you were gonna go to Hawaii.
yeah.
Dang.
It's all right. It's fine. It's fine. We're here.
I know that's. Oh man. So when are you gonna rebook that trip? Hawaii.
I'm actually not rebooking it. We are going to France, back to Europe.
Oh yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah.
That's what you said.
Backpacking from France to Spain this time, so
Yeah,
going to be
and-
gone a long time.
All right, you're gonna have fun.
Yeah, I'm excited to see
I'll
the
just-
different
yeah.
countryside.
Just give me your keys and I can just like go watch your house.
Yeah,
while you're
please
gone.
do.
What,
If you want.
I do.
We'll keep
I
the
could.
keys close.
Yeah,
You
maybe.
can come down, check on it
mail the
for
keys
a
to
little
me.
time.
Mail the keys to me.
Yeah, they'll be
You
there.
know.
We have a lockbox.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Man, all right, sis.
right.
What would you like to what would you like to leave the audience with today? Like, I first off, thank you for coming.
Yeah,
Like,
thank you for
it's
having me for sure.
it's uh it's been a good one. I This is just like, this is my sister. Get you a little glimpse of my life, like
Yeah.
shared more on
Yeah.
here, and yeah. So
Something I would leave the audience with would be definitely like continue to be yourself. Like I know we talked about how for a long time it was like questionable of like my sexuality and like this and that, but truthfully, I just was being me. So just kind of stay true to that, and it'll people will come around and realize, or yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry I didn't
No, that's
like.
okay.
It's
It
not
was
okay, but
it,
I just like being. I'm sure someone else might be have
yeah,
a sibling, or maybe even having a sibling, just someone in friendship or whatever. They're just like,
yeah.
oh, are you really? Is this like?
The
And
phase,
no,
the
but
phase.
it wasn't even like the phase where it's not even what it was for me. It was just like, is it real? Like,
Yeah.
are you out here breaking people's heart like you were with Whitney, or like what? Like, is it real? You know, so that's what I mean.
Whitney and I were complicated. I would still even say we're still complicated.
Yeah, but that's just what it was. Like, I
Try
didn't
to
ever
chew
think it
that
was
girl.
but what, like, is it real? Like, is it
Yeah.
like long lasting? But it's, and that's not even me to like question like what your
Yeah.
relationships are or whatnot. Um, so yeah, that's why I say, like, sorry for not
Well,
doing
thank
that for
you.
you. Moving forward, I like, even now,
Yeah.
like, I just let you be like.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's my sis.
Right.
That's
I
I've
just
come
be
to
I
it
be
like
weird
that. Yeah, there's just,
outside sometimes.
yeah, sometimes,
I need to
all
go
the
inside.
time, all the time, outside all the time.
I'm in
But,
the house.
but thank you so much again for being a part of Queen
Yeah,
Talk.
thank you for finally having me. And
Yeah.
when I go back to work and tell my girls, they are going to die.
Yeah,
Literally.
and it's about time we got back in person. Like I
Yeah.
said earlier, if you want to be a guest on Queen Talk, make sure you guys hit that link below. Let me know. We'll correlate schedules and we'll get you on here as well. Thank you for always just being a supporter of Queen
Yeah.
Talk. Like I said earlier, just shouting us out everywhere you go, just like making sure people know about Queen Talk,
Right.
getting merch,
Yeah.
all of that. Thank you for being that supportive sister for
No,
me. I
for
really
sure.
appreciate it.
You're always welcome.
Yeah. If you guys want some Queen Talk merch too, queentalk.com.
Yep.
Queentalk.com. Queentalk.com.
Go ahead. QueenTalk.com.
.com. Yeah. Always make sure to hit that like button on the videos. Leave a comment. Let us know what you think of this episode. And don't forget to subscribe, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And as always, family, friends, strangers, love.
Be nice.
Be nice, y'all. Be nice.